Hi, it's Welshie here. I want to talk you through a very real and common challenge that a lot of my clients face. It's our attachment to our jobs in defining our identity. So, what happens when your job becomes your worth? And what do you do when that job disappears? We tend to identify with our job. It gives us a sense of purpose and value. But what happens when you lose it, right? Does that mean that you stop having any value? So I'll give you an example. One of my clients, let's call him Paul. He is 50, right? He spent 18 years as the CFO of a major tech firm, right? His role wasn't just a job, it was his identity. So he spent, he was given 1 month's notice of his redundancy, and he was given 3 months severance. So almost overnight, his identity that he spent, almost 20 years building had vanished, right? So how do we help clients that are in a similar position where they've really attached their identity to their jobs? If I'm not a CFO, then who am I? So I would really take them through, but this is what I did with Paul. I took him through three phases or three steps. First, it's really important to unpick the problem and to really acknowledge the loss because he's grieving, right? He's lost a job that he's had for 18 years and it will be no longer. So there's an emotional layer that you need to kind of unpick or unpack. So I asked Paul, really tell me what the CFO role gave you. And his list was really powerful because he described the respect. He had a seat at the table with the fellow executives. He felt validated by being kind of worthy of such a great role. He felt that people needed him. He had a sense of mastery of his craft as a CFO. He had a routine, and he had a wonderful sense of community in his workplace. Then I took him through the cognitive layer. This is separating the role from himself. So he was feeling that without my job, I'm nothing. But in this layer, what I wanted to uncover and help him to see for himself is, you are something incredibly special, even without the role. Before the role, even after the role, it's independent of the role. So I asked him, what is Paul? And without the role, what are your innate capabilities, strengths, things you enjoy, and who you are, Paul, as a person? And why is that valuable? And why do you appreciate that? It's really to acknowledge and to be very grateful for you having so many wonderful attributes, qualities, skills, experiences that are independent of any role that you can have, right? And that your role, if your role disappears, your value does not disappear. And then the third phase or layer is the identity layer. It's really tapping into who does Paul want to become, or who is Paul becoming? And this is a really important step because it moves the client from a state of pain and being really feeling like you don't have any worth to now, I know that I have worth, but where do I want to go, and how do I want to kind of utilize these skills and experience to really work towards what I am becoming? And it's actually adding more skills and strengths and capabilities to your future self. So and it's actually allowing him to really expand and become better, a better version of Paul, really. So it's an opportunity for him to rediscover what he wants in life and what he wants to kind of grow into. So what I really like about this three-step framework is it really acknowledges and validates where he's coming from and where the pain that he's currently in. It then shifts to really acknowledging, I do have some amazing strengths, and I am amazing, and I'm of worth even without the role. And you know what? There are things that I want to develop within myself and that I want to do. And I really want to really map out what am I becoming and what can I grow into. And so this is just a very simple framework that I think you could use with yourself or with your clients or with friends and family that will really help help to make a very useful shift from being in despair to kind of moving towards a better place of putting yourself out there and moving forward with getting what you really want. I hope you found this learning framework useful, and I look forward to our next video. Cheers. Bye bye.